Quick, like and subscribe for insane luck in every game. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm back making another video, and in today's video, I'm going to be making a tier list on all 30 of the different weapons and different, melee weapons and utility. There's 30 different things that you can select in this game. And since Update 5 just dropped and they buffed and nerfed literally every single thing in the entire game, literally everything. There might be like 2 weapons that they didn't change. Like they literally even changed the minigun and the flamethrower, and I don't see anyone using those ever. So yeah, here's the tier list. Let's start filling it in. So the 2 things that I've literally never seen ever is the flamethrower and the minigun, at least in like an actual match. So I'm gonna test those out because I don't want to bring you guys an uneducated tier list. Let's see how good these things are. Okay, the flamethrower cannot be reloaded, but it regenerates. So if you hit somebody, it keeps ticking for a little while. They keep taking damage. Yeah, and this thing has unlimited ammo, but it doesn't have very much range. Let's see what the maximum range is. Okay, I cannot hit him at all until I'm at least this close. Back here, it doesn't hit. Right here, it hits. I'd say the flamethrower is probably A tier. Like, it's obviously not one of the best weapons in the game, but unlimited ammo, it does a pretty decent amount of damage. In some circumstances, I could see it being okay. Maybe A tier, maybe, or like high B tier, low A tier, somewhere there. Now, the grenade launcher, it does 35. Oh. It does 100 to the head. I actually didn't know that. So any direct hit is 100. So if I direct hit like right in his leg, yeah, it's still 100. Grenade launcher is pretty annoying. It only does 35 splash. But hey, if you're spamming it, it's pretty good. It's definitely better than the flamethrower. Still not one of the best things in the game. Okay, the minigun. This is interesting. These are like the most uncommon weapons, the first 3 that we're going through. The minigun. This actually just got a buff. It's kind of insane. So if you aim it down like this, yeah. Minigun is at the top of S tier. Wow, it's good. Like I said, I've never seen anyone use the minigun or the flamethrower. I've seen the grenade launcher a few times. But yeah, they just buffed the minigun, 300 ammo now instead of 200, 9 damage instead of 8. But it also has a damage drop-off, but every gun also has a damage drop-off now, so that's not even really a nerf. They just buffed the minigun. I would say it's high S tier. The minigun's actually kind of nuts. Like, even when people are super far away, look at that. Especially if you're hitting headshots. Yeah, the minigun's high S tier. I wouldn't say God tier. It's not God tier just because you have to charge it up. But hey, if you're using it right, if you're not getting rushed, and you can like already charge it up before you peek somebody, it's God tier in some situations, but I'll just put it at the top of S for now. Okay, so next up on the list is the paintball gun. This is in God tier right now, and I'll show you why. So the paintball gun doesn't do a multiplier when you hit people in the head anymore, but the damage was increased to 20, and the ammo reserve was upped quite a bit, so you have a lot of ammo with it now. The reload time was decreased by more than a second. And also, you only splat enemy screens on headshots, but it's such a good splatter because it literally, like if you hit somebody with a headshot with the minigun or the paintball gun, it literally puts a big splatter like over their crosshair like this, and they cannot see their crosshair. So imagine like that, but you can't see my crosshair. Dude, I've been using the paintball gun recently, and it's literally like the best gun in the game. It's literally one of the best guns in the whole game. If you just start off with a headshot, if you can just get a headshot at the start of the fight, you can just keep beaming them, and it's just so easy. It's just so easy. Paintball gun is literally God tier right now. I think it's the best weapon in the game as of right now. And then the assault rifle, I would put this right under the minigun. The assault rifle's obviously still good, but they nerfed it. I literally never see anyone using the minigun, because I guess just most people don't have it because it's a pay-to-win gun, but it's actually like better than the burst and the regular AR, because as you can see, 1.5 down to 1.25x for the headshot multiplier, so the AR just does like way less damage when you hit headshots, and there's a damage drop-off now. Same exact thing for the burst rifle. So the AR and the burst rifle, it depends which one you like more. Personally, I think the burst rifle is a little bit better, especially at longer range, because if you can hit a triple headshot with it, it still does more than the regular AR, and it shoots faster with the bursts. So if you're like sliding around a corner and getting quick peeks on people and triple headshotting them with the burst, it does a ton of damage. Next up on the list is the bow, and the bow is really interesting. I would actually put the bow in S tier, but it's a really hard weapon to actually be in S tier. If you've never used the bow before, or if your aim isn't that good, you're not good at tracking people and shooting ahead of them, then the bow is like C tier, D tier, maybe even F tier. But honestly, the bow is a low S tier weapon if you know how to use it. So with the bow, if you charge it up all the way, you do 80 to the body. You also do 120 to the head. As you can see, I hit that guy back there. So if you can get a quick charge shot and hit a good headshot or something on somebody, then you can just left click and do your quick shots, because these quick shots do 40, but they do 60 to the head. But the weird thing about the bow is, like, look, I can only do a headshot if I'm hitting him like on top of his head, which is really weird. So I don't know if the bow is a little bit bugged right now, but I literally have to hit above his head. Like, that's a headshot, but it only does 40. But if I hit up here, like way above his head, that does 60. So also, you can double jump with the bow. So if you get a good charge shot to start off with, and then you can just hit him a few times with this, I mean, it does 40 damage just for hitting someone in the body. And as you can see, there's no damage drop off. So the bow's really good, but you have to practice with it. It gives you double jump. There's a charge shot. The hitboxes are kind of messed up right now. Like, I have to shoot above their head to hit a headshot, but if I shoot them right in the forehead, it's not a headshot. So a little bit weird, but it's a good weapon if you know how to use it. So the RPG, this is actually like an S tier weapon now because they buffed it. If we go over to the changed log, it now does 150 with a direct hit. So if you hit somebody, even if it's in the toe, even if it's in the side of the arm or their hand or their shoulder, it one-shots them, and it reloads pretty quickly. The splash damage was reduced a little, but it's still 3 shots. I mean, 70 damage was a 3-shot in most situations anyways, so the splash damage reduced isn't that big of a deal, and they increased the projectile hitbox. So the splash damage is a little bit bigger. It just does a little less damage, but still kills in 3 hits, but it's also 1 shot if you hit a direct hit. So yeah, the RPG is really annoying, and it's still really good. The shotgun. I would also put the shotgun in S tier. There's a lot of pretty balanced weapons in this game. There's a lot of things you really can use. Like, most things are A tier or S tier. Most things are pretty good. The shotgun, there's really not too much to explain about it. I mean, everyone knows how a shotgun works. Actually, the shotgun might be one of the only things that was not changed in this update. Yeah, the shotgun was like the only gun not changed. So yeah, the shotgun's the shotgun. It's pretty good. You can two-shot people. It's really good on maps like the back rooms. Gosh, dude, the shotgun is so annoying on the back rooms. The shotgun and the RPG. But yeah, as you can see, if you're close to people, it does a lot of damage. So you can slide around a corner, go bam, bam, and somebody's dead that quick. So if you're good at rushing people and getting right in their face quickly and hitting those shots, the shotgun is S tier. It's really good. The sniper. God tier. If you can hit your shots, the sniper's God tier. There's so many times I'm playing against mobile players that have aim assist and auto shoot, and they just instantly headshot me as soon as I jump around a corner. They'll just pre-aim it, and the aim assist will help move straight to my head, and then the auto shoot just auto shoots. So the sniper's really good, even for PC players, obviously. It's not just a mobile thing. The sniper's really good if you can hit your shots and use it properly. All right, now we're getting to the secondary weapons. The exo gun, or the ray gun, as some people like to call it. Now, this was actually changed quite a bit. It has a bigger splash radius, and it has more direct hit damage, just a little bit, but the splash damage is now only 6. So yeah, if you're not hitting directly with the ray gun, it does nothing. And there's also a damage drop off on it, just like every other weapon in the game now. So the exo gun used to be like God tier. It used to honestly be like God tier or at least S tier, but with the splash damage only doing 6 now, like 6 is nothing. So if you're not hitting direct shots with the ray gun, it's really bad. But if you are hitting shots, it's still really good. So I would put it above shotgun, RPG, and bow, but definitely under the ARs and the minigun. And then slingshot. This is a fun one, sometimes, depending on if you're going against it or if you're using it. So the slingshot projectiles are twice as slow. Headshots are a little bit more, but the general damage is only 7 now. So unless you're beaming people in the head with the slingshot, it doesn't really do as much as it used to. It's still really good. It does more headshot damage, but the projectiles are way slower. It's like easier to see coming, and you're not doing 9 damage body shots with super fast projectiles bouncing around corners anymore. So the slingshot definitely got a nerf as well. Slingshot was a little too overpowered, and honestly, the shotgun might be better. Like, maybe even the RPG. Well, actually, yeah, the RPG one-shots now. Like, the RPG might be above the shotgun. The RPG is so annoying now because it one-shots if you hit a direct hit. But yeah, the slingshot's not as good as it used to be. And to be honest, it should probably be under the bow. People are probably thinking, why is bow in S tier? But it really is good if you practice with it. It's just obviously not good if you don't know how to use it. The flare gun. It's pretty good. I mean, it's like having 2 mollies, and they stay there for a long time. Like, as you can see, this bot keeps spawning in and keeps dying. So if you shoot a couple flares over to the other side of the map, and you have mollies, like, that's really annoying. I'd say the flare gun is not as good as the grenade launcher, probably not even as good as the flamethrower, to be honest. It's pretty annoying. It's kind of like having 2 Molotovs, but you're getting rid of your secondary weapon, which is not good, because a lot of the time, you gotta switch to your secondary. Most of the weapons don't have very much ammo in this game. All right, next up is the handgun. It only does 10 damage now, and there's barely a headshot multiplier, so a headshot only does 12.5. And it also has a damage drop off now. Sadly, the handgun is a little bit ruined. 10 damage body shots and 12 damage headshots. Like, that's just not good. I mean, it's all right, but even if you're hitting like almost all headshots, I barely did enough to kill him. Like, it's just not that good. It's just not that good. A lot of you guys are gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna have to put the handgun in C tier. And then next up, my favorite secondary weapon, the revolver. I'm about to put this way higher than the handgun, so let me show you why before you get upset. So the revolver, it does 51 to the head now. And if you right-click it, it just sprays all the bullets. So if somebody's right in your face and you're out of ammo, just go like that. Or if you're precise, you can just hit headshots. Like, I'm telling you, the paintball gun and revolver combo, you go around a corner, you get someone blinded with the paintball gun, and if you run out of ammo, just bam, bam, hit them with the revolver. The revolver is really good. It is the best. I'm not even kidding. It is the best secondary. Might even be God tier. I know you guys think I'm exaggerating, but some of the best players in the world main the revolver because it's literally just a 3-tap to the head. It's really good. And then the shorty. It does over 100 damage to the head. So if you can get in people's face, like, look, even when I'm not hitting directly on his head, okay, well, that time I missed a lot of the pellets. But yeah, it's such a good secondary gun. Depending on the map, obviously depending on the map. If you're using it on the proper map, then it's S tier. I would say it's almost as good as the ray gun. In some situations, it really is better because you insta-kill people with the shorty. It does over 100 damage, so imagine you hit like 2 AR shots on someone or 2 paintball shots on someone. They get in your face and you have the shorty out, literally just one of the 2 shots and they're dead. And you can shoot both of them back to back. So yeah, the shorty is crazy depending on the map. The Uzi is still good. The Uzi's still good. It's just not like really that good anymore. They nerfed it too hard. They nerfed it a little too hard. So way less critical multiplier. It doesn't even do 10 damage when you headshot someone at point blank. And then the regular damage is only 7 now. Spread while aiming increased from 0 degrees to 3 degrees. So it actually has like a bad recoil pattern now. And it has a damage drop off, like always, just like all the other guns. But yeah, it got nerfed really hard. I just feel like it's really not that good anymore. When you can use stuff like the revolver, like imagine you just hit a few AR shots on someone, jump around the corner with the revolver, tap them in the head, bam, bam. Or come around the corner and barrel stuff them with the shorty, bam, bam. Like instead of spraying an inaccurate Uzi or trying to spray a pistol that only does 10 damage, like the Uzi and the pistol just aren't that good anymore. They literally buffed the revolver's headshot damage to 3-shot. Like, the revolver is so good. I would just get good at the revolver. I'm telling you guys. If you're using the handgun or the Uzi, the revolver's better. And then the trowel. All right, we're on the melee weapons now. The trowel is interesting. You can use it for some things. Okay, the trowel isn't worse than the handgun. I mean, it's hard to compare a melee weapon to, like, the weapons, but yeah, I would put trowel in like C tier, low B tier. It really isn't good for too much. Like you just put some blocks in front of you. I mean, if you don't know what it does, I'll show you. Like you just put stuff in front of you. So, I mean, not that good compared to all the other melee weapons. Not much else to say about it. The chainsaw. This used to be a lot better in the beginning of the game, but I feel like there's not much of a point in using it. Anybody with good aim can counter the chainsaw. So if somebody's sliding up a ramp with a chainsaw to get in the air, dude, I counter that all the time. If I hear somebody chainsawing, I'll literally just like get to a different angle and they don't know where I'm at, and then I'll just beam them in the head a little bit. So they went in the air for nothing. They literally went in the air for nothing. Fists. Okay, fist, this is interesting. With the fist, you can double jump. So if you pair it together with the bow and you quick melee and jump with your bow out, you can triple jump. So the fists are okay. I would say better than the trowel and chainsaw. I mean, it only depends if you're using it with the bow or not. And then the katana. This is obviously really high up there. It feels weird putting a melee weapon above a gun, but like a katana versus an AR, obviously the AR is going to win if the katana guy doesn't have a gun, but the katana is definitely top of S tier. Really, really, really good. I mean, if you play the game, you should know how the katana works. Almost everybody uses it. You can use it with your guns out as well. You just quick melee, right click, and then you have your gun out again as soon as you're done blocking. And yeah, everyone that shoots you when you have the katana out, all the damage will go back to them and you don't take any damage. So unless you're going up against somebody with explosives or a ray gun, the katana is really, really, really good. And you can catch people off guard with it all the time. The regular knife. Hold on. I don't think I've seen anyone ever use the regular knife. What does the regular knife do? Okay, so left clicking is 40 and then right clicking is also 40. Can I double jump or anything? Yeah, I think the knife might have to be the only thing in C tier, because there's nothing in the game that's that bad. The knife, I don't think it does anything special. It only hits for 40. It doesn't have any special ability. C tier. And the scythe. I'm going to put the scythe at the bottom of God tier. I use the scythe all the time. I don't even really use the katana because the scythe is just better in my opinion. So I go against people with the katana all the time, and if you're a really good player, it doesn't catch you off guard that much. But yeah, with the scythe, it's the best movement in the game. You can just quick melee and right click and just dash around. Like if you're in the middle of reloading, I can wait for the timer to pop up and just dash, instantly get on high ground, instantly reloaded. I cut my reload time in half because of the scythe. So you can just melee and dash around. It's so good. And you can also hit people at the end of your dash. So like if you're dashing into somebody by accident, you literally get damage with the dash. Like I've gotten accidental kills from dashing up onto height, and the dude that's up there, like I just hit him with the scythe by accident. So yeah, I would say that the scythe is the best melee weapon. Katana is a close second. All right, now for all of the utility. They changed a lot of the utility this update as well. So the med kit now cancels when you take damage, which is actually a nerf. Like it cancels all by itself. And sometimes you just want the very end of your med kit to finish real quick. It doesn't matter that you took a little bit of damage. You don't want your med kit to cancel. So that's a nerf. And then also the quick heal amount is only 30 now. So when you're running a med kit and you press G or whatever your quick utility is, that's only 30 health now. So if you want to do the full med kit, you got to pull it out. And I think it heals you for like 90 or 100 if you pull out the full med kit, but obviously it takes like 5 times longer. The med kit is top of S tier. Actually, just to make this easier to look at, I'm going to put the utility and all of the melee weapons off to the right side. So yeah, it's just in S tier. It's not like top or bottom of S tier. I'm just going to put these off to the side because it's weird mixing med kits in with melee weapons and guns. Subspace trip mine. This one's interesting. I'd say it's an A tier. You can use it for a couple different things. You can just throw it down and catch people off guard. They'll step on it and take a bunch of damage. Or you can step on it yourself and launch yourself way into the sky. It's good sometimes. I mean, most good players will just take a good angle to peek and beam you out of the air. So like, it's not really that good all the time. Flashbang. I would also put flashbang in A tier. I mean, it's pretty good. I've been killed because of a flashbang a couple of times. It's pretty good. I mean, it's a flashbang. There's not too much else to it. If you can flash the enemy and beam them before they're unflashed, if you can rush them real quick, I mean, it's good if you can use it right. The freeze ray. This is also pretty good. I'd say probably just about as good as the flashbang and the subspace trip mine. If you can hit it, it only has one shot, but if you hit the one shot, it's really annoying for the other person. So as you can see, he's frozen and I can run around him and get like right behind him and then start beaming him while he's frozen, but it only has one shot. So if you don't hit, then it's wasted. Grenade, I would put this up here with the med kit, and same thing with Molotov. Grenade and Molotov, I mean, it's really self-explanatory. The grenade does 75, which is half of their health if you can hit them. Not really a ton to say about grenade and Molotov. And then smoke grenade. Probably the worst utility. I've never ever went against somebody using smoke grenade where it actually gave them the advantage. I'm actually good in playing in smoke grenades. If I see somebody, like I barely see something move in the smoke, I'll start beaming right in the head. I don't know why. Maybe I just have an easier time seeing in smokes, but the other team throws down smokes quite often, and it literally helps me because I'm just good at seeing people in smokes. I'll beam them a little, and then I'll use my scythe to jump up top, and I'll start beaming them some more if they ran out of the smoke and got scared when I hit them the first time. So smokes, yeah, really not that good. So yeah, this is my tier list. The weapons I usually run are paintball gun, revolver, scythe, medkit, or I'll use maybe grenade instead of medkit, and sometimes I'll use the burst rifle instead of the paintball gun. I mained the burst rifle for a long time, but since it got nerfed and the paintball gun literally got buffed, I've been using the paintball gun recently, and it's really good. The burst rifle is still really good if you can use it right. The sniper is insane. The revolver is insane. The minigun's pretty insane too, to be honest. So yeah, this is my tier list. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys got some tips for maybe some of the things I put in lower tiers, comment that down below, because everything is usable in this game, except for like the smoke grenade and the knife. Those are pretty useless. But yeah, everything is usable in this game. Everything is pretty good. There's only a few things that I consider kind of overpowered. Not even really overpowered, they're just the best. They're just slightly better than all the stuff in S tier. But yeah, if there's anything down here in these lower tiers that you guys know how to use or that you use all the time, just let me know why you think that these things might be better than some of the things up here. Any extra tips you guys have, comment them down below. I'll heart any good advice that I see so that everyone else watching this video can see the advice as well. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, comment some ideas for more future videos down below, and subscribe if you have not already. I'll see you all in the next one very soon. Peace out, everybody.